Well, students, we're going to have some fun making some drawings. I'd like you to think about either what you like to do on a snow day or think about just like what you like to do on a snowy day. So I'm going to draw out a few things. Obviously, yours is going to be different than mine. One of the things that I like to think about when I'm making my artwork is that it often tells a story. So one thing that I like to do, I like to make make snowmen. So I'm gonna do some shapes here. I'm gonna make this snowman super big, just to have a nice big shape in the front, and I'm just gonna have it even go right off the bottom of the paper. Then I'm gonna think about maybe some details that I can put on it. I often will start with a carrot nose, eyes, maybe a dotted line for a mouth, maybe a hat to keep its head warm, or have that be so big that's gonna go right off the page too. Maybe some lines or put some dots on it. Let's get a scarf in here to keep its neck warm. Also using some lines or some dots or some dashed or broken lines, maybe some buttons. As I'm drawing this, I'm thinking about what else might I like to do in the snow. Do I like to go sledding? Do I like to build a snow fort? What's around me in my as I'm building this snowman? What might I see in the background? Do some stick arms. That's gonna go right off the page. Do another stick arm here with a mitten maybe to keep its hands warm. Now that I have something in the front here, I chose to make it really big. I'm gonna think about how maybe what else I might see outside. Like I might see some trees or something. So on this snowy day, maybe I'm gonna have a snow-covered tree. I'm gonna make that nice and big so it's gonna be easy to color it too. And then I think I'm gonna include like a snow hill. So I'm gonna have a snow hill that maybe I could go sledding on. So I'm gonna have a snowy hill that's coming down here. Maybe I'm gonna have like a shadow under the tree, or maybe I'm gonna have some footprints in the snow or something. And then along this snow hill, maybe I'm gonna build a snow fort or something. Have that go behind my tree. So you can include more than one idea. Like on a snow day, I might not do all of these things, but these are all things I love to do when it's snowy out. And maybe I could have a person sledding. I think just to make this example go a little bit faster, I might just make a sled. And maybe make some snow hills. I'm gonna put some things in my sky too, since on a snowy day I might see snowflakes, so I put like an X with a line down the middle and maybe put some circles on the ends to make these look a little more frosty. That could be good. And I can make them all different sizes, so maybe I'm gonna have a smaller one here. Have a bigger one up there. Maybe one that even goes behind my snowman here. Often when it's snowy, I might see some clouds in the sky, but I know the other day it was snowing, but the sun peeked out a little bit behind a cloud. Could have that in there. Often it's windy when it's snowing, so I'm gonna have some wind in my sky. So these are all things that you can think about. When you're done making your snowy day picture, then you can add color to it. I have one that has some darker lines on it, so it's a little easier to see. This is very similar to the one that I just drew, but if you do want to make your lines a little bit darker after you color it with some crayon, or if you did have something else to make your lines darker, you could. But when I'm coloring it here, I'm going to think about filling in some of these shapes. might add a little bit of color to these eyebrows. But snow is white, so I'm gonna leave a lot of this snowman white. This carrot nose, I'm gonna give it some orange to make that stand out. And I think I'm gonna have him wear a green hat, so I think I'm gonna do 2 different greens. I'm gonna make it a pattern, a darker green, and I'm gonna put a lighter green in between. And then maybe I'm gonna put the darker green up here for his hat that goes right off the page. And then I think that I'm gonna think about what his scarf might look like. He might have a red and blue scarf, so I'm gonna make this a pattern with red and blue. You can see that I'm coloring these parts in carefully. It's not a race. Move down here. And then I think I'm gonna put some blue in between. Try to use lots of different kinds of blue or different kinds of red. I noticed that I haven't used any purple, so maybe I'll use some purple buttons. And then I think I'm gonna do a brown belt. Once I have that done, then I'm gonna think about my background. Even though snow is white, I can always add a little bit of color to it. I often like to do like this really kind of frosty blue color. And I don't have to color it real hard, but I can outline some of these snow hills, and then I can just make those parts stand out a little bit more. And I bet if you had a white to use, you could even mix that with a little bit of white to make it look a little frostier, blended into your background. For some of the snowman too, I could always just outline this with like a little bit of gray to make this look a little bit more round. That can be a fun idea. But once I'm done working on that, then I'm gonna maybe move over here. This boy might be wearing a red jacket with some blue mittens. And we have a bright orange sled, so I'll make it an orange sled. And we'll give him an orange hat too. And color for his face, and maybe he's wearing a green scarf, green boots. All of this other stuff, I'm not gonna color all of it because I do want you guys to have more work time. So here I'd work on doing my tree and stuff, and then when I'm done with that, I'm gonna work on doing my sky. So here I might have the sun right behind this cloud and make it look like it's shining. And then when I'm done with that, I am gonna do a sky color. It could be a lot of different colors, but I think I'm gonna go with maybe this blue color, and I'm gonna do it pretty lightly right here. And I'm gonna go around my clouds, gonna go around my snowflakes. And I'm gonna bring it all the way up to the top. And for those of you who have extra time, I would like you to make sure that you are thinking about some color mixing. So here I've added just this light blue, but I could do, I know in my box of 24 crayons, most of you have that same box, or should, because we did it at the beginning of the year. I can use some of the other blues that I have too. So I might have a little bit of this darker blue. And then if I do my sky all the way down to where the snow starts, then it can make the white snow stand out a little bit more. Because if the sky's white and the snow is white, then you can't really see that stuff all that well. So I'm just gonna go around this carefully. And then I think I'm gonna even add one more blue, try to find maybe my darkest blue, so I can make it the darkest up at the top. And then I'm gonna have it gradually get a little bit lighter down to the bottom. And I could always keep working on this, but I want you guys to have more work time so you can see that I have not finished doing my tree. Looks like these mittens could use a little bit of color. My wind, I don't know, it could be really any color, but I might make it a little bit of a purpley color. Use your imagination to have fun doing that. And then if you have everything done, please do think about doing color mixing, where I might use yellow and orange for the sun, or I might use 2 different color oranges for the carrot nose, or I might use 2 different reds for my scarf. Oh, that's the same red. Here's the other red. So if you do have extra time, please do think about doing some mixes. That always is something that I find fun. So, all right, let's have fun working on these snowy day or snowy weekend pictures, and show what you like to do for fun and think about how your art can tell a story. Let's have fun.